I am often asked, Stephanie, how do I monetize my passion? And people are often surprised by my answer on how to monetize passion or even how to find your passion so that you can monetize it. Stick with me. I'm going to share with you all my insights here. And again, it might surprise you. Hey guys, I am Dr. Stephanie, and today I want to talk to you about monetizing your passions. I'm often asked how to monetize passions, how to find a passion to monetize. And my advice is typically not what people expect. Today's video will not be long because I am going to get directly to the point. And my advice is absolutely going to be different from what I've ever heard anyone else give you about this topic. And typically, when doing videos, because people want you to watch to the end, they give you the answer at the end. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start off with the answer and then give you an explanation. And the answer is I don't actually believe your passions, your hobbies, et cetera, should be monetized. I don't believe that we should monetize everything. And I believe we have moved to a culture that think everything needs to be monetized, which is why most of the happiness indexes that we've done, the testing that has been done, as time has gone on, as social media has gotten bigger, as more people try to monetize everything, the happiness score has gone down on the happiness meter. We don't have hobbies anymore. We don't have things that we do to escape and enjoy life. If you enjoy doing pottery, and you make a beautiful pot and maybe you gift it at the holidays, someone will see you on social media and say, you should be monetizing that. And naturally, because we live in a world where we believe in more and more and more, we are definitely very much a capitalistic society. Because of that, you instantly think you do have to monetize it. And the thing that was your escape, the thing that you enjoyed, the thing that really filled you up now becomes your career. It becomes a job. Now you're doing it for the pleasure of others as opposed to the pleasure of yourself, and you lose the joy that came with the pottery. I've seen this so many times, especially when it comes to like different things in the arts, singing, dancing, even down to certain conversations around business. Here's my reality. I love business. I've always loved business. As soon as it became a job, after a few years, all of a sudden it felt like monotonous. It was doing the same thing day in and day out. And once I started leaning back on the internal work, the mindset, the subconscious reprogramming, shifting through realms, when I started leaning through that again, in my intensives now, I often talk about business with my clients because it's no longer my job. I just do it a part of something that I absolutely love doing, and I just kind of add it in. And it works for me because I'm always studying business growth, et cetera, et cetera. I want to give you an example. A friend of mine, we both started YouTube initially really early. Like I think she started in 2008, maybe 9, and I started around 2010. And so we were really early, I guess I'll say, in the YouTube game. It was a completely different channel, a completely different name. And she still has her channel. She never closed her channel. But at the peak of her channel, she walked away and quit making videos. And I mean, when I say ridiculously popular, I mean ridiculously popular. The blogs would always be blogging, like the different forums and stuff. And what happened is we both became partners. Like now it's easy to become a partner. Like, oh, you just need X number of subscribers. And it was not like that at the time. It didn't matter if you had 20,000 people, 30,000, which you don't think is a lot today. At that time, that was a lot of subscribers to have. Like it just was. So you would have to apply for partnership. Often you would have all these subscribers and still get turned down. A lot of times we would go through partner companies, and we would get on with the company, and the company would get us partnerships. And once we started getting partnership, it turned into a business. Now, for me, when I came to YouTube from the very beginning, it was a business for me. I am actually not much of a social media person. I don't care if anyone knows me. Like, It's just not a thing, but it's just more so who I am. I tend to be thrust into the spotlight. So I came to YouTube to sell my programs, products, and services way back then. And at the time, I owned a natural hair care company, and I ended up selling it. It was beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Well, the conversations that she was having, when I say popular and would go viral all the time, and once we became partners, and once it was about, okay, well, you can't say this, you can't do this, and it became a job, and we're looking for the check, I think we lost the enjoyment of being on YouTube. The obsession people have with like social media now, like we didn't have Instagram at the time. This is how we were on YouTube, and we would come and we would vlog and we would talk, and it would be so much fun. And it was such an amazing community, but it became a job for many of us, and it became a job, and we lost the fun. We lost the fire. A lot of the girls, specifically in the natural hair community, which is what all of us were a part of, who were so huge back then, even if their pages are still up there, like they're not really making content the same way they were. And we can blame it on burnout, but it wasn't that. We enjoyed the community, but then it became like, oh, we can make money. It was before influencer marketing was a thing. We were out here being influencers, and it just was not fun anymore. And so now she does something completely different. This is what happens. And I personally think that telling people to follow your passion is horrible advice. The most successful entrepreneurs did not follow their passion, they followed the need. I'm going to repeat that. The most successful entrepreneurs do not follow their passion, they follow the need. Their passion and their hobbies remain their escapes. They remain the things they enjoy doing. They do it for the love of it, not for the money of it. As soon as you start monetizing every single thing in the world, you have nothing you are doing for the love of it anymore. I really don't even sell clothes, shoes, handbags. I understand they're luxury items. The number of people who would say to me like, oh, you should sell blah, blah, blah. I give my things away. They're like, oh, you're missing out on money. I miss out on nothing that's for me. I like blessing other people. I love blessing other people who maybe never will be able to go out and afford. If they choose to sell it, that's their business. I did my part. I'm blessed for my part. Right. And so I just think in general, we have become such a society of let's monetize everything that we've lost all joy and passion for life, because we can't even go to dinner without taking out a phone and recording our meal. We can't go horseback riding. The number of people, like, I've been trying to figure this out. I've been doing Pilates for years. You guys know I took a break because I broke my foot and ankle. But the number of people I see on social media with like Pilates videos, like, y'all made your workout. Like, you made Pilates content, and they're not wellness content creators. It's just, it becomes a trend. None of these things are new, but you can't even lean in and enjoy the things you enjoy because it needs to become content. You can't play golf. You can't play tennis. Like, it's very interesting. So my answer is, I don't think you should monetize your hobbies. I don't think you need to find your passion to monetize it. I think you need to find the need and fill in the gap for the need. And I think that I'm making a prediction that over the next couple of years, more people are going to lean into what is it that I actually enjoy in life. I've been talking about this in almost every video, whether I was talking about changing your circle, social circle, or up-leveling in life. You need to find things that you are interested in. One of the things I have, like this talent, this little gift, I don't know if it's a talent or a gift, but I tend to discover artists that their paintings down the line do end up being worth, like, very valuable. One of my old clients, who, she didn't come to me for this, but part of the work we would do in person is we would have time that we would go out and do things. We went to art museum and I told her to buy a piece. Anyway, long story short, she sold it for a few $1 million in London, maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that. So it's just a thing that I do. I'm not going to start charging people to do that. I love art. I genuinely love connecting with new artists, finding new art, finding the thing that I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. This person, with the right help, with the right connection, is going to be huge. I love that. So do it because I love it. Yeah, just something I enjoy. I'm not going to then set up an agency where I'm like randomly charging people. And since then, I've had people come ask me, but I'm not looking to turn that into a business. It's a joy of mine. So I think over the next couple of years, you're going to find people recognize that they don't have hobbies, and they don't have things that they can really lean into that is genuinely theirs, their escape. And you're going to see more people finding hobbies and passions. And it's really not that they didn't have them. It's just that they chose to monetize them. It's part of the reason why I think people pretending like having an education and a traditional career is a bad thing. It's not. Because you know what you had? Hobbies. You had joy. You had joy in your life. People tend to think like, oh, the joy is in making the money. I promise it's not. The saying money doesn't make you happy is true, but money can help you pay for hobbies, pay for the things that you enjoy doing. I have so many hobbies. When I say so many, it's ridiculous. I tap dance as a hobby. I do art as a hobby. I have a new sewing machine. I'm learning to sew as a hobby. I learn languages as a hobby. None of the things, not only can I do them well enough to monetize it, but even if I could, I wouldn't, because it's for the love of it. It's for the joy of it. It's for the relaxation of it. And people have lost that. And so I am a believer in not monetizing everything, having something for yourself, having your place of peace and allowing it to be that, as opposed to looking at every little thing and saying, oh, I can make money from it. Just a little update, guys, before we go. The instant manifestation course will come off the website at the end of the week, and you won't be able to see it. It'll come back in a few more months. So if you're wanting to get an instant manifestation, you want to go ahead and do it now. Look down in the description box. You will see the link. It is a multi-part course where you will learn how to become the person who can think a thing and have the thing. The person that's walking around instantly manifesting the things that they desire in life. It is such a goodie. I can't wait for you to grab it. But again, it is leaving at the end of the week. So grab it now.